Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's Leagues Cup press conference featuring St. Louis City SC head coach John Hackworth. We're going to start with questions here in the room, and then we will head over to our Zoom questions. We're going to start here in the front row, in the back row with Julio from TUDN.
Hi, this is Julio Ibañez from TUDN. The match against America tomorrow, it's kind of revenge of what happened last year?
I don't think we're approaching it like that at all. You know, they're both clubs have made changes, different teams. In particular, our focus is on trying to be a really good Club America team and advance in this tournament. It has nothing to do with revenge or thinking about last year. They were excellent last year. Full credit to them for their performance when we played them last year in this tournament. We're a different team though right now, and we just want to focus on ourselves. We know what we have to do to try to be successful against a team the quality of America, and that's all we can do.
We're going to go with Alejandro.
Alejandro Luna from Fox Deportes. Coach, obviously when there's scorers like Marcel Tuchert and Becher, they raise their hand by themselves when they score goals, of course. But there's other players that call attention when they are creative, the creative ones, like is the case of Edouard Leuven. And how important is he going to be in this game after he's been assisting 5 times in all competitions at this point?
Yeah, we it's just what you said. Our goal scorers are doing a great job, and the fact that we got Simon, Cedric, Cello, that's fantastic. But probably the guy that had the most influence on the game in our attack was Edu. And so when he plays that way, and he's capable of playing that way every game, it's nice for us, and he does pull a lot of the strings.
We're going to go over here, Santiago.
Thank you. Coach, even though it's different teams, it's been a year. Last year, you were part of the coaching staff for St. Louis City SC. Anything you learned from that game? Any takeaways?
Well, I think, it's really interesting every time you face a Mexican opponent. It's a little different kind of soccer to what we're used to in the MLS. And I personally enjoy it because it challenges us, the coaching staffs, but the players in a different way. So sure, I'm taking away the fact that we got to be at our best tomorrow to give ourselves a chance of being successful in the game. And that's certainly a challenge, but it's something that we're confident that we can go out and try to do.
Thank you. We're going to head over to Zoom. We're going to go with Tom Timmerman. Go ahead, Tom.
Hi, John. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, we're in business. Hey, first, did you guys feel the earthquake? First, did you guys feel the earthquake today?
No, I think we were on the bus coming from the airport to the hotel, if I have that correct, and we did not feel it.
So, I mean, last year was last year, but you guys came out of the game and a lot of guys were saying, we're just not in the same class as these guys. I mean, when you think back to that game, was the gap, how big was the gap for you guys in that game?
I mean, it's a football game. It's a soccer game. I don't ever think the gap is that big. I think when you get in that game, Tom, we were not very good, and Club America was really good. Like, that's what it came down to. And I personally wouldn't want any player to say, hey, we're not as good as they are. That's just the wrong mentality to approach a game. So I'm certainly not thinking about that. And I don't want our players or coaching staff to think that they can't be anything but successful when they play in any game against any opponent. It's a big challenge, and we know that Club America is a hugely talented team, but at the same time, we feel good about ourselves, and we're going to go out and try to win this game.
And just one more, just health status on guys and status, Jabulo, Kyle, and is Giannis Horn, what's his situation? How soon might he be able to play?
He's available. Kyle is good. Been getting lots of treatment. Yeah.
And is Jabulo available?
He is available. He did not make the selection.
Thank you, Tom. We're going to move on to Justin Hornecker. Justin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Also, just on that same kind of level of questioning, Roman Berkey has been kind of a game time decision lately. Is he looking good to go for tomorrow, or how's his back issue been progressing?
He's progressing good. So don't see any problem with Roman at all.
And then kind of touching on some of the other questions before last year, one of the common ideas of how to beat St. Louis City was to make him play with possession. We've seen across this League Cup game with your philosophy and with the new incoming players that you can play a little bit more in possession. A team like Club America is going to try to do that same thing to you. Is this a real litmus test game of, we've made progress. This is one of the best teams in the Americas. This is going to tell us a lot heading into MLS.
I couldn't hear everything you said there, but I think I got the gist of it. We think that this game is going to come down to when they have the ball and are clearly very comfortable on it. We're going to need to do a really good job of putting them under some pressure at times. And us, we're going to press. So they're going to have to execute against that. And we have a couple different schemes that we're ready to deploy against them. At the same time, I think a key to this game is when we do have the ball, that we take care of it, because we don't want this to be a game of us just chasing and trying to turn them over. We need to do that for sure. They're going to have the ball at times. They're going to have it at times for a while, but we don't want to give up the space where they can be really dangerous. And then when we win it, we have to do a good job of managing the match with the ball as best we can. I'm not going to say we're going to try to equalize the possession numbers for Club America, but that is certainly a key for us tomorrow.
Thank you. We're going to go on to Benjamin. Benjamin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, it's Benjamin Hockman from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Obviously, your goal is to win Leagues Cup, but from a bigger picture standpoint, can you describe the good things, the positives that can come from having the new players playing all these Cup games heading into the regular season and even next season?
Yeah, first of all, the new players that we brought in this window, you can see their quality right away. Now we've had enough time where the relationships have been built, not fully, but they know each other's tendencies. And it has obviously been very impactful for our team. But I've said this several times this week, while it's nice to have our attack and feeling that we're capable of scoring goals, at the same time, I want to give credit to our defense, and Josh Yaro, Kyle Hebert, Jaden Reed, Thomas, led by Roman behind him. But our defense is doing a really good job too. So I think when we're talking about these new guys coming in, the offense would always, relieve the defense a little bit, but the defense has done the same thing for the offense.
Perfect.
Thanks, Coach.
We're going to the last two questions on Zoom. We're going to have Daniel Olea. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Daniel Olea from Zona Deportiva. I know you mentioned that the mindset is to win the game despite America, what happened last year. But what you see in the group is like an extra motivation, knowing the fact is America is the back-to-back champion in Mexico. Despite whatever happened in the rest of the tournament, of course, the goal is to make it to the final, to win the final. But is there like an extra motivation in the group, like facing the champion in Mexico?
I think it's fantastic that we get the opponent and they're at the level that they are and that everybody expects them to win. We'll certainly use that to our advantage. But again, we're just looking at this as their the next opponent up for us. We want to win this tournament as well. And that's, so we don't have anything to do with it. We have Club America, and we're going to go after it and try to be the best team we can be tomorrow. And hopefully that's better than Club America.
The last question for Zoom is Imor Villa. Imor, go ahead.
Hi, coach. Thank you for your time. In Mexico, every team says that to play against Club America every season is like their principal game every season. But what does it mean, Club America, for the MLS? I mean, it's like the other reporter was saying, is the Mexican club with more titles, the most popular. How do you see Club America in America besides this match that you have?
I mean, look, it's a clearly one of the best clubs, I think, in Mexico, but also in the world. They're, the history is amazing. And we're in our second season. So there's a lot of things that you can say, oh, St. Louis doesn't have a shot. But the fact is, it's just a football game where two opponents are playing each other. It's in the round of 16. It's a knockout game. We got here because we've been good. They got here because of who they are, but also they won their last game. So we expect a great game, and I think fans all around the world will enjoy watching it.
Thank you, Coach. With
Thank
that,
you.
this concludes this part. We will have defender Josh Yaro shortly. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Once again, we're here with St. Louis City SC defender Josh Yaro. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get the microphone over to you. We're going to head over to Santiago right over here, and then we'll head over to Zoom.
Josh, we all know about Club America, and they are the favorite. How does it feel to be the underdog?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mentality that we've had since the existence of this club. When we came into the league last year, it was the same thing. And for us, you show up every day, you do what you have to do. We go through our training sessions, we believe in ourselves. And it's a challenge that we embrace. Obviously, the history that Club America has, you can't deny that. But we also build our legacy each day. And so we're really excited for this game. It's going to be a good match between two really good teams.
Thank you. We're going to go to Tom Timmerman. Tom, go ahead.
Hi, Josh. What do you remember about last year's game against these guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we played them last year. It was a tough game for us at home. Like I said, really good team. But then again, last year's last year, this year's is this year. It's a little bit of a different team this year. I think as a team, we've matured, we've improved, and we've shown that through the Leagues Cup games that we've had. So yeah, we do remember what happened last year, but also it's not something that's in the back of our minds. This is a fresh new year. This is a fresh game. It hasn't been played yet. And we approach it that way.
What do you have to do to take that step to be able to beat them?
Yeah, again, at the end of the day, the rules apply to everyone, each, both teams the same. It's a team that we respect, but as we always approach every game, you always respect your opponent. You don't fear them. And that's how we're approaching this game. It's not, we didn't come all the way from St. Louis to LA to just stroll around and go back and say we played in the Leagues Cup quarterfinals. That's not our aim. Our goal is to go all the way and win it. And so we approach the game that way. We're going to come out with full confidence. And I think we have a really good team to make it through. So that's our mentality, and that's how we approach the game.
Thank you, Tom. We're going to move on to Justin Harnecker. Justin, go ahead.
Hey, Josh. Kind of along the same lines, is there a kind of sense within the leadership group that this can be kind of the ultimate litmus test to prove the momentum that you've been making lately?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely this is a really good test for the team because, like I said, on this continent, there's not, that many teams that have the pedigree that Club America has. And as a team, as a player, you always want to have the best possible competition. And so for us, this is a good opportunity to test ourselves against a really good team. And we're really excited about that. We always embrace the challenge. That's how this team was built. And that's how we've approached every game since our existence. So yeah, we take that aim and we approach the game with everything we got. We fully believe in ourselves. I've said it over and over again, but again, you have a team in us that is really confident, that really believe in ourselves and in each other. So yeah, I mean, tomorrow should be a good game.
And then, not having much recovery time between the game last Friday and this game, does that make it almost easier to kind of keep carrying this momentum forward because you're not thinking about it? Or does the kind of slow rest start to add up over time?
Yeah, I mean, rest is definitely a factor, but they also played, I think, on the same day as we did. And, again, as players, you always, whatever situation you face, whatever, you find yourself in, you don't make excuses. You always find a way to work around it. And the way that MLS schedule is built, sometimes we go weeks with, back-to-back games you play every 3 or 4 days. And that's how this tournament, is shaping up to be. So yeah, rest is a factor, but then again, it's something that we've dealt with. And I think everyone on the team has gone through a stretch like that. And so we're not really thinking too much about that. Again, when the game starts and it kicks off, it's all full focus for 90+ minutes.
We're going to go back to Santiago here in the room.
Josh, when you think about your career, would you say this is one of the most important games of your career?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a tournament that I think we're taking really seriously. It's a tournament that we have a chance to win a trophy. The first trophy for the club. So yes, I mean, definitely every game you play in is important. Whether it's a friendly game, whether it's preseason game, whether it's a league game, whatever it may be, it's important. But this has a lot of significance because this is not a group stage anymore or a league play where you can go next game. You have to win to advance, and so it adds a little bit more significance to it. But then again, I think as players, as pros, we've been in situations where there's pressure, and pressure makes you sometimes perform better. So we are embracing that pressure and we're using it to our advantage.
And we're going with our last question to Imor Villa. Imor, go ahead.
Hi, Josh. Thank you for your time. A month ago, you were linked to the San Diego FC, the new club. Is this for real or just a rumor? Are you aware of that? And also, can you talk about the experience of playing with the Loyal in order to get to St. Louis now that you are playing with them?
Yeah, I mean, I'll address your second question first, which is playing with Loyal. Again, that's an organization that I'm really grateful for giving me the chance to get back into MLS. I had a really good time there. It was a really good stepping stone for me. But in terms of your first question, I'm a St. Louis City player. I'm signed here. I'm contracted here. So people will say whatever they want online. I don't really read much into that. As of now, I am a St. Louis City player, and that's my full focus. And that's this is my team. So whatever goes on around that, rumors, whatever it is, I don't really pay attention to that because, like I said, this is my team and my full focus is with St. Louis City at this moment.
Thank you very much. And with this, we conclude the press conference. Thank you very much and good luck tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.